Welcome to Finding Quality Childcare. Knowing what you want for your childcare can really be challenging and difficult to navigate. So today we're going to talk about identifying your family's needs and where you can go to find a program that will meet them. My name is Jamie, and I am the Family Engagement Specialist at Childcare Answers. I have been in the early childhood field for over 10 years, and I have worked as a preschool teacher in multiple programs. I'm also a mother of a child in care, and I just went through this with my daughter. So this is a topic that I am currently passionate about. So I work at Childcare Answers, and this is our local childcare resource and referral agency, and we support Hamilton, Hendricks, and Marion counties. There are 5 across the state, and we make up the Childcare Resource and Referral Network. So at Childcare Answers, we aim to assure the highest level of early childhood education for children in Central Indiana. And by this, we try to achieve this by supporting families, community organizations, businesses, and childcare professionals. For more information about Childcare Answers, please look us up on social media. We are very active. We have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram account. We also have a YouTube channel where you can see our workshops. I encourage you to also check out our website. Tons of great information there, and it's new and refreshed, and it's really great to navigate. Okay, so I like to begin finding childcare just by encouraging you that you are your child's first teacher and biggest advocate. You know what your child needs in a program. The first step in finding childcare is really just pausing and asking yourself the question, what are your hopes and dreams for your child and their care? For me, as a parent of a newborn, I knew I needed a program that was safe and inviting. Safe sleep was my top priority, and I wanted an environment that was welcoming and that really grew with her because she's starting school, she started at 6 weeks. And so to be able to have a classroom where it traveled with her until she was 1 year was really important for me. And I also just wanted to be welcomed as a new mom. This is a new experience for me on the parent family side. So I wanted to just have a program that was inviting. So what do you want in a program? Before you start your search, you want to identify a couple things: your family's needs, the type of care you prefer, and then also have a little bit of a basic understanding of the quality rating system here in Indiana. When you identify your childcare needs, you want to start considering what days and hours you need. You want to account for travel time. A lot of families might say they need care from like 8 to 5, but that's actually when you needed to be at work. So make sure you account for how long it takes you to get to work and when you need to drop off the child and how long you're going to be spending at the childcare. I give myself 45 minutes because it's a 30-minute drive to work, and then I need like 15 minutes just to have a little room to like go in, talk to the teacher, get back into the car. So keep all that in mind when you're thinking of the hours that you need. Also, you might be considering full-time or part-time care. Full-time meaning Monday through Friday, some sort of 8 to 5 kind of care, and then part-time being either 3 or 2 days of the week or half-day care. I will recommend that when you're looking for part-time care, a lot of programs don't have the ability for you to choose what days you want. A lot of them offer part-time care as like a package of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So make sure you ask those questions when you're asking if they have part-time care. Also consider your budget. What can you spend and what scholarships or financial assistance is available? We have a webpage called Paying for Childcare, and it gives a lot of examples and offerings that you can find in Indiana, one of them being CCDF and On My Way Pre-K. And right now, On My Way Pre-K is not offered. It just closed for the year, but it does usually start up back in the spring. And yeah, I encourage you to check out that page. The QR code will send you straight there. You also want to ask, what qualities does my child need in a program? So what do they need? Maybe your child has an allergy and you want a program that has experience with the allergy. Maybe there's a specific routine that your child has, and you find a program that meets that routine a little bit better than another. So consider what your child needs. And then lastly, consider what you need. What do you need to be able to feel that your child's safe and that your child's welcomed into a program? For me, a big piece was communication, how they're going to communicate with me. A lot of programs have apps that you can put on your phone now. And for me, that was something I really needed, because at work, I'm going. And if I can just shoot a quick message through the app to my child's teacher, it is a lot easier than getting on the phone, calling them, and taking a little bit more of a chunk out of my work day. So just know what you need from your program could just be as simple as you want your child to thrive and be safe. And that's 100% the foundation for any need in a child care program. So in Indiana, there are 4 types of care. The first type is center-based care. These are your Primroses and your Goddards, and they typically operate out of their own building. You'll see these, and I'm sure you have, sprinkled around Marion, Hendricks, and Hamilton County. They typically divide their children based off of chronicle age, and so each age group will have their own room in the building. So the infants will be together, the toddlers, the preschoolers, and the school age. Now, there's also home-based care, and home-based care does a little bit differently. These programs are typically found in a home, and they have children of different ages in the same room or in the same group. So it's not always the case, but that is fairly typical for a home-based program. They tend to be smaller in size and more intimate, and that is one reason why families prefer that. And then you have your private and school-based cares. These would be your developmental preschools or your public school preschools. If your child is on an IEP, an individualized education plan, then they're more than likely going to be attending a developmental preschool at a school, and then maybe another care afterwards. These can also include programs such as your Mother's Day Out programs or your co-ops as well. And then lastly, there's the religious-based care. And these are typically found in some form of a church, synagogue, building that practices a religion. And then they are not always, but typically they divide their classrooms like a center, so in the same age, chronological age in each group. But that's not always the case, but that is, again, fairly typical. So those are the 4 types of care that you can find in Indiana. After you determine your needs and the type of care you're interested in, then it's time to start considering quality. And Indiana has something called Paths to Quality, also known as PTQ, and this is a voluntary quality rating and improvement system for child care programs. Quality programs typically start at license or license exempt, and programs that would be exempt from licensing would probably include something like a co-op or a religious-based care. For PTQ, it starts with licensing programs, and it is a stair-step system. So PTQ starts with the licensing, and then it goes up to level 1. Level 1 is just another standard of basic health and safety standards, and you can qualify for that, and there's ways that programs do qualify for that. And so if you see PTQ1, you know that they are licensed and you know that they are meeting some basic safety standards. Then you see PTQ2, and that is adding another layer to the quality, and it's looking more at the environment. Is the environment supporting children's learning and development? And then as you go up, it gets more intentional in its curriculum. So level 3 is looking more at how they're planning the curriculum on top of the environment and the health and safety. And then lastly, level 4 is the top level for the Paths to Quality in Indiana, and that has national accreditation. So that might be an example would be from NACI. Because it is a voluntary system, not all quality programs participate in PTQ. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're looking at quality in a program and just general signs of quality in a program, not just the programs that are on the PTQ level system. So PTQ is great and it shows you different levels of quality, but at the end of the day, really you just want to understand what quality looks like so that you can see if it's meeting those signs. On the screen, you can see a little QR code. It's called Choosing Care, and that site there has a lot of information regarding finding quality in your child care program. All right, so where can you look for a program? There are 4 places I recommend. You can start with your family and friends. Family and friends have probably the best insight into a program because they have their experience there with the program. We can give you a list. We can tell you if it's on PTQ. We can tell you there's different ways to look at safety there, but your friends and family are going to really know what's actually going on the day in, day out of the program. You can also do a general internet search and then look inside your community or within your community. For me, in my neighborhood, I knew there was a program there because I saw parents pick up every day and drop off every day. So I was able to look at that as an option for my child. And then there's us, the Child Care Resource and Referral Network, and specifically Child Care Answers. And we have different ways that we can support you as a family looking for care. First of all, we have an amazing team here. We have three of us who really help with families and their referrals. The first person is Lauren George. She is our family support specialist. She is a storehouse of knowledge on all things infant and toddler, and she's really great at just coming alongside families and supporting them each step of the way. We also have Megan, and she is our bilingual family and community engagement specialist. Megan's second language is Spanish, so she's able to support families who speak Spanish, but also she is a great resource for families who might speak another language and are needing some translation assistance as they're navigating this process. So Megan's a great resource for those families. And then I'm a part of the team as well, and I work with families that have preschoolers and school age care, children needing school age care. And, you know, Lauren and I really just support each other. And if you're not going to hear from me, you're going to hear from Lauren and vice versa. We're here to support all families in this process. So how do we support families? We support families by providing childcare referrals. What that looks like is you fill out our family information form, which is on the QR code on the left. And when you fill out this form, it'll ask you a bunch of questions, and we're going to be able to take those questions and put them into a database, your answers into our database, and run a referral. And we're going to find programs that are near your home or near your work or near your child's school. And we're going to find those programs, and we're going to give you a list of them and say, hey, you can call these programs. They have, well, on the list, you'll have different indicators to help you make your decisions. We don't recommend specific programs, but we will give you a list of programs that you can take and go from there. On that form, you can also request one-on-one support from us. We can help with things like behaviors or potty training. If you need a second opinion on something, just fill out the form, or you can email us and we can support you in that. And then we also help with things like parent and community workshops. This is an example of a parent workshop that we do for families. We also have topics ranging, again, from behaviors to developmental milestones. We bring in community organizations as well and have them share about different resources they have. And then we can also help you with finding how to pay for childcare. The CCDF voucher and the On My Way pre-K scholarship are 2 systems that we can help families navigate. And then lastly, we connect you to community resources as needed as your family is just navigating different needs. So after you get your list, we often encourage families to check it out on Child Care Finder. And this is a database where you can look up a program and see if they have any critical violations or safety violations. And basically what that means is that you're looking up a program to see if they are in compliance with licensing, the state licensing, or if they have violations that might pose a serious health and safety risk to children. They also, on the Child Care Finder, have the PTQ and accreditation status. And then there's a way that you can look up to see if the program's en route to school or your work. So what's next? As you look over your list of referred programs, you will see their location, their hours of operation, and the ages of children they serve. After you review those, you might have some more questions. And then I'd also recommend that you call and confirm this information because programs are ever changing. So you want to call and ask the questions on the screen. Does your program have an opening for the dates I need? If not, is there a wait list? If this is a program you're really excited about, always ask about a wait list opportunity. How much does care cost, and is the financial assistance available, or do they accept the financial assistance that you have? And then can I visit? You always want to visit. I recommend you visit 2 to 3 programs. You can choose different types. If you're not sure what type of care you're going to lean towards, then you're going to look at a ministry maybe, and a child care center, and a home-based center, a home-based care. So I encourage you to visit a few so that you know what fits your needs and your family. And then you want to know what to look for and ask on tours. Consider health and safety. The curriculum is play-based, and policies that are inclusive for all children, including yours. To learn more about quality care and how to choose it, you can also follow us on Facebook at Child Care Answers, or visit our website. Take a look at our events page. Thank you.